Okay, 5th of September, Thursday. Another red day, small though, $35. Again, noticing how losses we keep small, and then when we win big. Although, one thing I want to talk about is I did break my rules today, and I want to just go over why I did it, and also how it's in the moment easy to break the rules, but then after it's like you get angry at yourself and you shout at yourself all this bullshit, and it's realizing how to have the after emotions and thoughts during when you want to overtrade and stuff like that. But first, let's just go over the trades I took. So in the morning, what am I on here? NQ. So we had this fair value gap. I think I took this as a sweep of liquidity. No SMT volatile. I can't actually remember. Oh, it looks a bit scuffed. I think this was an early entry on this liquidity sweep and it just got stopped out. Then we come up, sweep liquidity, come up. And I think the reason why I think I was just a bit skits this morning, because this is, looking back now, this is nothing. This is literally, this 1 minute hasn't even been run through. There's definitely no shorts. If we're looking for a sell model, and we want to see this side of the curve, so price to come down this way, we need to see these imbalances get run through with big displacement. There's nothing here which is telling us we need to short. So this is a really bad trade here. I'm not quite sure why I made this. I think it's because we were very bearish and I just wanted to catch a nice entry, but this was not a good trade. But no against rules, but looks clean, so I took a light size. Where was this? Let me see. Not sure. I don't think I actually broke the rules there. I think I just put that as a note. But yeah, again, stopped out, bad trade. Not been having amazing mornings, to be honest. Not been reading price well. But then we came back in the PM session to wipe that, which was good. So, big sell-off. Where is market? There we are. Here's so it's actually before New York session. The New York session's here. I see it's big fair value gap. I see that we haven't taken out sell side. I zoom in. We have this 3 minute fair. Oh, I remember this. Yeah. So we had a 3 minute fair value gap, but to be fair, it wasn't holding for ages, and it was actually good that I found it on a 3. Because normally I just look at 1, 2, and 5, but I was like, fuck it, let me look at a 3. And there was a really nice 3 minute fair value gap here. And I think did I get a nice entry on this? Ooh, I had a little trade down here. Yeah, so there was a 1 minute here, which I tried to, which bounced off here. Displaced down, so I entered, got stopped out. So again, if I lose another trade, I'm stepping away because that would be 2 losses. On the 3 minute, we reject the 3 minute big sell-off, noticing how we didn't take out this low. So that's good. We retrace back. I see this fair value gap. I enter short, stop at this high. Big displacement down, hitting TP1, stop to break even. And then we sell off all the way down. And I pretty much capitalized on most of this position. So that was good. That mitigated this loss and my loss from this morning. And then I think that was it. When was this? This was a backtest trade. Which was, yeah, but this is a backtest because it was literally right at the open of, oh shit, I'm on the 15-second. So New York opened here, and from my rules recently I've implemented is I'm not going to trade directly at the open because it's way too volatile. But I noticed this low resistance liquidity which I wanted to get taken. We had a stop rate, we're in a 2-minute fair value gap. Big push up with huge displacement. Entered long here, or would have entered long hypothetically, stop at the low, and then ride it up to that low resistance. So it would have been a nice trade, but look how fucking volatile this is at market open. Like, this could have gone either way realistically, especially with news as well. There was news all around this time. Oh yeah, and this is the one that put me into it. This was a nice long here. So again, I haven't had the second loss, so there's no need to step away just yet. I see we disrespect. If I go and actually get rid of all this shit. There's so many fucking trades I took, and then some are back tests. This actually, because I did break part of my rules, so it must have been okay. Here we go. So there's this fair value gap on the 1 minute, and the draws higher for buy side. That's what the fuck off. That's note 1. So we're in a higher time frame imbalance, which is what I need to see. Come down, respect it. Push up through this imbalance. I take it as an inverse long up to buy side, internal and external, and that trade goes through, so that was nice. And then this is where my rules get broken. So this is the second loss of this session. I don't hate this, but yeah, so we had this 1 minute fair value gap here, and I was the thing is, if I would have put my entry in here and then my stop here, it would have been absolutely fine. Partly because take profit 1 would have been hit, which is here. But because I waited, where was my initial trade? Basically, I didn't take off any here for some reason because I think I wanted to see more displacement. I entered like here, so this wouldn't have been a sufficient take profit 1, and it just reversed on me. So yeah, not a great trade in my opinion. Today wasn't a good day for my habits. I need to really lock in for tomorrow to end the week strong. And that doesn't necessarily mean making money. That could be losing money, but as long as the habits are good, that's what I really care about. And then after that, that loss, I should step away with where, I think I was maybe even up on the day, maybe like 20, 30 bucks. Came up, took buy side and in a bigger time fair value gap, so I shouldn't even be looking for longs at this point. The reason why I was, and the justification for this was, it did look really nice and the ES had a higher draw. So I noticed that we're in this 5 minute fair value gap. We've just swept liquidity here for a turtle soup entry. We have all this liquidity here. We have all these fucking stacked equal highs. And then what I think I failed to recognize is when we're taking, again, a market maker buy or sell model, this is what it looks like. So we have the sell side and we have the buy side. What will happen is, where's the thing? Okay, so say we start down here, less probable that we're going to go to this high. Less probable, less probable, less probable, very probable, extremely probable, and we're there. So anything pretty much up here is way more probable that we're going to go to this high after we've rejected off this, swept, and we're starting to build up momentum to the highs. So getting down here, you get the best risk, but it's less probable. And how it works is the higher you go up, the less entries there will be to retrace. So that's why you have to try and work out what's going on. The earlier the better, basically. What I failed to realize here was this 15-second fair value gap, this bullish one, means absolutely nothing if we don't run through this bearish one. This bearish one gets run through and it instantly sells off. If this was up here, then I can maybe take it as an inverse, and then this one as even more confluence. But the fact we haven't even ran through the bearish one to start with shows that we're not ready to go higher yet. And you can see that we're not ready to go higher as we just displace, bum through my stop loss and then go all the way down to sell side. So this was not ready for the market maker buy model, and I should have waited for way more displacement up into this range. So not a great trade. Something to learn from. I think some rules I'm gonna implement is when I'm recognizing, because I recognize this as a market maker buy model, when I'm trading some sort of model, I need to see way more displacement, at least a market structure shift, because I was trading inverses there and I wasn't even waiting for the validation. I just thought this looks so clean for me, and I've seen this happen so many times where this will just blast up here, and it didn't this time, and that is an experience I've gained now where I need to wait. So, you know, learning from the losses and not just swiping them under the rug as well. And yeah, that was everything. Pretty scuffed day. What I really want to get into is the draw for tomorrow and work out how I wanna trade this, because price action has been pretty scuffed. So we're now running through this daily fair value gap, and we're now into this daily fair value gap. Let's go into the 4 hour. I'd say we're still pretty bearish right now. We've just swiped liquidity. Tomorrow open is here. So we retrace up to the 4 hour, swipe buy side. We have equal lows down here. The only bullish part is we're in this daily, but because we ran through this daily, it's a weird one. We've now, yeah, swipe buy side, big push down. And technically we've run through this hourly bearish to go higher, so we could potentially be bullish overnight. I'll just draw in that buy side level for now. But we are also in this 15-minute here, so potentially we could roll over to the downside, take out these equal lows, or maybe run this 15-minute and come up to this buy side level and potentially see higher, retracing into the some of these fair value gaps and that daily inverse. So yeah, not really set bias yet on NQ. I'm just going to be waiting. Let's check news real quick, actually, going into tomorrow. 1:30, Jesus, okay. Nutty news tomorrow. Might take tomorrow afternoon off, to be honest, and just trade in the morning, because this is going to bring a ridiculous amount of volatility. And it's in the times where I would be trading, so yeah. Okay, let's check ES, see if it's the same draw. So ES here, looking potentially more bullish. Only because I guess, yeah, we have run through this daily. I guess it is the same, but we have swiped this sell side level. There must be an SMT at these highs then. Yeah, so we have an SMT here. So bearish on a bigger time frame. in the 4-hour fair value gap as well. Marking 8 AM. Oh, okay, so actually we've had the SMT and then we've sold off and we've taken sell side, so this SMT technically is valid, but not as valid as this sell side sweep. And the fact we've got this hourly we've just ran through. I technically class this as ran through because it closed above, but if we instantly push back in, it's not as valid. If I zoom in, yep, this 50-minute here. So we have a few buy side levels here. Here's our sell side. Going into tomorrow, sell side taken, hourly. It really depends what happens in the overnight session. If we hold this hourly and potentially this 15, and we can start to get some sort of buy model up to these highs, then I'd like to see that. But if we disrespect this hourly and this 15-minute, I expect this low to get taken out. So again, waiting to see what happens in the overnight session. In a bigger fair value gap as well. So yeah, no clear draw. Yeah, not a day I'm super proud of, but again, keeping losses small. When I win, it's big. When I lose, it's small. Sticking to the rules. 2 losses, step away. That will happen tomorrow, or whenever the next time I lose 2 at that session. I will step away. And when I win, I'm up on the day. Say well, this is the thing actually, which I'll go over tomorrow. Is I'm thinking of upping my size a bit. This is because I think my risk and how I trade would be more efficient to up my size a bit, especially when I'm up on the day and I only I then only trade with one contract. I can't even scale with one contract. Like, one contract it's not useless, but it's kind of like a bit of a waste. It's only really the mental side of, I want to trade my lightest size possible because I'm up on the day. I don't want to give back profits. But realistically, if I have good risk and I like the model, 2 contracts with scaling ability is probably better than 1 contract with just 1 take profit. But I have to journal that and, see if that's just like an ego thing. I'm trying to make more money. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm thinking of upping my size from 4 cons to 5. And then minimum of 1 to 2. So literally just buy 1 contract on either end, starting on Monday. That also gives me more opportunity to scale in, so I can, if I really like the position, I can maybe start with 2 contracts and then add in 3, or start with 3 contracts and add in 2 or some bullshit. So yeah. Anyway, that's my draw on liquidity. That's how my day went. Yeah, I'm still trying to get footage for this video. One of my mates has actually offered to do lots of editing for me and video, like thumbnails and stuff, so potentially that could be coming in the near future, but yeah. I think that's pretty much everything I covered. I will be here again tomorrow.